So what about the police reports in Dallas that they're not investigating and the police not? So how do I get an advocate? Because I saw on the internet that advocates will call the police departments and see if they're investigating and then advocate for that
I
person.
can advocate for Fort Worth PD since we're in Fort Worth. I reached out to the lady I told you I was going to reach out to see if there was any reports where you were listed as a victim of domestic violence, and there's no reports
In Dallas?
in Fort Worth.
In Fort Worth, I was detained at one safe place trying to get help. So they can't keep on coming showing up like they've been doing. So they contact the organizations and have them deny services and blatantly lie to me in the conspiracy to violate my rights. So right now, I don't know what's going on because the only thing that you're saying that you're going to offer me is therapy. But if I have police violating me, I need more than just
So
therapy.
we only work with Tarrant County. Dallas is completely separate.
Well, Tarrant County detained me at one safe place out of corruption.
Yes, but that's criminal. We can't help it.
My abuser's bribing them, and I don't know how to combat him because no one will help me. Period.
Listed as a domestic violence victim.
I was detained. I have it recorded. I was detained.
But there's no report where you're listed.
The police department's involved in it. I can't. They just keep on contacting me.
That's the only way we would be able to help with that.
Okay, if I'm telling you that I have an abuser that's running the police department and I need advocacy or support, if everywhere I go,
There's a number you can call.
What number?
It's the Fort Worth liaison.
But I mean, I need advocacy and support by someone that's honest and that legitimately wants to help me.
But if there's no report, I don't have anything to back me up.
Okay, well, don't you? If we need to make a report together. Don't you have accompaniment here?
I can't do that.
Okay, so you don't have police accompaniment.
No.
So if I need to do a police report, you don't help the woman and advocate for her and go to the police department with
Not
her.
at this moment, no.
Okay, it can be anytime. It don't have to be at this moment.
You're talking about like going to a police department.
Right, because here's the thing. The police department, all of them, is involved in my abuse.
We would have to talk to our supervisors.
They have.
If they would allow us to do that.
Okay, but I thought the agencies, these organizations, did accompany women.
Not usually. We haven't had a case like that.
Okay. Well, okay, that's what I want because they're not. I have like 60-something reports in Dallas, and they won't give me my records. And a multitude of police departments are conspiring with my abuse. So the last incident was in Tarrant County when I was at Beautiful Feet. The police, I was asking for help with Beautiful Feet, and the police came and made me leave pushing and shoving. So I was at Ibach Church in Dallas begging for help. And then someone drugged me out of the church on camera footage, drugged me out of the church, threw me down on concrete, and nothing is repetitively done. Each location I go to, if they're going to help me, they eventually retract on it for years. And someone paid to keep me away from my daughter. So now every location I try to get help from, CPS, every legal service, they all have denied it for 5 years. All of them. CPS, I made like 30-something reports to CPS. They keep on losing them out of corruption. Like 30-something reports, none of them have been investigated. And I've spoke to a Green and another person that said that she was doing the investigation, and CPS can't find any of the 30-something reports out of corruption. And then I'm coming to advocates and social workers. Police used to come interrupt and make me leave with social workers. Like I said, I've been arrested and assaulted trying to get help. So these are extreme events, and I'm still in it because people just keep listening and no one will assist. Period. So what can you do?
I already told you what we can offer. That's as much as I can do right now.
Okay, what is it?
The counseling.
Okay, so if I'm telling you all these extreme events, why would you just want me to have counseling?
Because the abuser is not involved.
He's bribing people. He is involved.
Okay, but the people who are doing it, it's not the abuser. It's other people.
When I look online, it says.
And right now, all we can offer is counseling.
Okay, I don't understand that. Or did someone tell you to just offer counseling? Because if I have
staffed your case with my supervisor, and she said we can only offer counseling at this time. I already explained the legal part to you as to why we can't do that.
Yeah, he's bribing the courts and a multitude of other parties.
Only offer counseling.
Okay, why can't you offer me assistance? Why would that only be counseling be the
What
only thing for
assistance?
years?
What assistance?
You have legal. I can talk to an attorney and find
I
out.
already informed you that we can't offer legal.
Okay, if he bribes these locations, why can't you offer legal? If he's behind, why I don't have access to my child?
The abuser you listed is not the person for the custody. Is that correct?
No, he paid to bribe the court, so I can't see my child. I keep telling you that.
You can talk to my supervisor, but at this time we can only offer.
Well, I just don't under. Is someone telling you to do this?
No.
Because for 5 years, no.
Nobody's telling you.
Well, don't you think that's amazing that CPS won't open a
I don't know what's going on with CPS.
Well, can we call him?
No, not at this moment.
Well, how are you gonna advocate for me?
I inform you we can do counseling.
That's not advocating for me, just counseling.
Okay, I can't advocate right now.
Why can't you advocate?
Because I can't advocate for CPS. We can make reports, but I don't have proof that there's abuse going on.
Yeah, how can you gain it? Because I've been trying to get proof for years and CPS won't investigate. If we call together and then you see that they won't open up a case, I can show you a recording where I was at CPS and they wouldn't help me. And then they lied and said I was trying to fight her. And then after I told the police, she lied on me because the police department is setting it up out of corruption. So I said I didn't try to fight her. She blatantly lied. I wasn't even close to her when she said I was trying to fight her. I had walked off. So anyway, then the police came and arrested me for criminal trespass for trying to have access to my daughter. They said I was negligent, but there was no one around to make the report. First, CPS was involved. CPS incriminated themselves. This was 5 years ago. Watched the police department arrest me and screaming in terror, arresting me for profit. Ever since then, people have been lying and slandering me to keep me away from my child. Each location I go to for 5 years, if they're going to give me help, they retract and blatantly lie and say that they can't help. Like you said, that they won't give me housing. You said you don't have housing. You have no access for women fleeing abuse to get housing or get any kind of apartments. That's what I've been experiencing for 5 years. Even when I go. Okay, well, a lot of people have lied to me about housing. That's a major part of my abuse, to stay unhoused and homeless. That's what he's paying for. But anyway, so back to the situation with my daughter, I don't know how to combat it because each time I go someplace, they are retracting on services.
If the free legal assistance isn't working, the next option might just be...
Well, I can pay an attorney. I've been trying to pay one for years, and they all deny representation. So, do you know someone I can pay?
No, we don't offer people that you can pay. We can only offer.
Okay, well, why can't I talk to the attorney to see what I can do?
Because we can't refer clients who the abuser isn't the one listed.
The abuser is buying off locations to keep them from helping me, and he paid for.
We can't offer.
Okay, so if the abuser is causing conflict, you can't help me with that?
Conflict with?
He bought off the court so I wouldn't have access to my daughter.
We can't help with that.
Why not?
It's just not what legal does. Ma'am, at this time, all I can offer is counseling, and if you want to finish the protective order, I can scan it to you and you can send it to the protective order.
Okay, so this is what I keep hearing for 5 years.
Okay. That's all I can offer right now.
Just counseling.
Yes.
Okay, I think something is amiss with why I've had to endure this 5 years.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense. Okay, and you don't offer police accompaniment for me to call the police right now.
We haven't done that, no.
So when women are fleeing and can you call your supervisor and see what you can offer? Because my situation is different. They just came. Like I said, I was at Beautiful Feet. I think that was like a month ago, and they had a scan there where I couldn't get help. Each location only wants to get if they even give me therapy. What is that going to do when there's police involvement?
When there is police involved.
Okay, that's good. A legal referral, and they will call me if they can accept my case.
Yes.
Because I don't know how to combat the fact that I don't have the education.
You can let them know that.
Okay, but as for an advocate, there's nothing. You can't get the education. You can't. There's no resources.
I do have the education.
Okay, so how do I combat?
Advocate for.
the corruption group from the police department and the courts
I
that
will
are
do
obvious.
some researching and get back to you, okay?
Okay,
Are you
thank
done
you.
with the protective
No,
order?
I'm still working on it. Thank you. So, as you asked me what happened in Tarrant County,
No.
well, here, okay, so what happened in the Arlington CPS situation? This is what,
Will you complete this first and then we can talk a little bit more?
okay. So, if the lady, we discussed it, if the lady has a abuser that is a police,
That is it, please?
that is a police. There's a different circumstance because the police department typically covers for what the person does. So for 5 years, no one has ever told me how to escape it. And then, like I said, they all retract on services, all of them. So I don't. I consistently stay in it. And then they're rude with me, or stern with me, and rude when they're conspiring with my abuser. That's the only thing that I can think of. Because why would all these places deny me assistance and only want to give me therapy if they give me that?
I just forwarded the protective order questionnaire to you.
Okay.